Water is one of the biggest issues just because it's the catalyst for everything else. We can't bring in a school, a church, a medical dispensary, industry, education. None of those things happen if the people can't be sustained. So it all starts with water.
The lack of clean drinking water in Africa is one of the leading causes of poverty, but at the same time, it is also one of the most overlooked. Around the world, nearly 1 billion people lack access to clean drinking water. For these people, poverty is something they live with every day. In fact, 1 in 6 people lack access to clean, safe water all over the world. Nearly 80% of illnesses in developing countries can be attributed to poor water and sanitation conditions, and 1/2 of all patients in hospital beds are there due to water-related disease. While this global issue may seem daunting, it is solvable, and one organization shows you can make a difference, all within the practice of socially responsible business.
I think it's important for businesses that have a social mission beyond just the product that they make or the service that they sell to realize the kind of impact that they can have on young people.
Cocoa Honors is a project that was started between Todd Parnell and Sean Askinosie to further involve the community surrounding Askinosie chocolate and finally bring some high school students into his program called Chocolate University. What he did was he took 13 Central High School students, 3 Drury Syfe students, and a teacher from Central, and basically we helped him through the process of selecting his newest single origin location for his chocolate bar, which was Africa. We narrowed it down to Tanzania. While we were doing this, we're also working on raising the money to fund our trip.
One of the things that I hope the students are learning through this program is that my business is not just about making chocolate. The why of why we're in business is because of our participation in the neighborhood and our chance to impact the lives of people 10,000 miles away and 100 yards away.
We started off and we knew that we wanted to do something for the community that we bought chocolate from. At the time, the village of Tenende didn't have a clean water source. They had pretty much a hole in the ground that flooded with rain every now and then. Our job was to go in and raise money for this well project so that they could have a fresh drinking water source.
The price was around $30,000. The company we were working with, Magitech, agreed to pay whatever money that we raised, so we would raise $15,000. They would give us this second $15,000 and then we would be able to have this well.
We were able to do it shallower and save some money. We were able to use those dollars towards, instead of what we call just a hand pump, to a wind turbine and a water collection tank, 10,000 gallons. So it'll actually store a lot of water, so it really serves more of a community than a family at a time. It's a cool experience to know that literally yesterday they were suffering, and the day the well goes active, their lives are changed, and not just for a day, but literally a generation.
I think really that this village was almost in shock that they were going to have clean water and that they were going to be able to not only have healthy children because of it, but that they might be able to use it for their crops, they might be able to use it for power generation.
By the time you got home, you've already saved somebody from a waterborne illness. The fact that they were able to drink clean water, that's how fast the payoff is. And that's pretty remarkable.
We walk a little while and we come into this, this grove of cocoa trees, and we hear these drums and there's some smoke and it's really kind of like, what's going on? And we come into this kind of clearing and there are these people playing drums and these women singing and doing this dance.
The well ceremony was really emotional. At one point they were all dancing in a ceremony and they didn't hesitate to just pull one of us in there and dance with them.
They were all really incredible people. Everyone in the village came to greet us. Everyone was very friendly.
The thing is, we saw a lot of just amazing things and we met a lot of amazing people, and people that are in deep poverty, yet they're content and happy with the fact that they have their family with them and they can celebrate. But the thing that was the most impactful to me was watching the Cocoa Honors students and realizing the kind of impact that it was having on their lives.
I think the idea of social entrepreneurship, of my responsibility to the rest of the world, were really brought home by this trip. And it's really beautiful and really an interesting cultural experience. And they turn around and they have a banquet set out for us. you know, with their staple foods, the stuff that they eat every day and that they probably don't have that much of.
There wasn't any bitterness or depression. You know, everyone was very connected and everyone was happy and people were just glad to be there.
I was very pleasantly surprised by how welcoming and loving the whole village was. I've never felt that welcome anywhere, and to experience that feeling in a very rural, remote place was astonishing.
They really get the importance of community. They depend on each other and they share things with each other. And we could certainly learn from that, and I learned from it on the trip.
They were so generous and they were willing to share, you know, their food, their culture, their way of life with us. It was really an eye-opening experience.
The fact that somebody was there, somebody said, hey, I care about you. And again, it starts with one. We've got one community taken care of, and now we can start branching out. And as the Cocoa Honors process got it started, whether it's today or somebody else, we've got a great foundation to build from.
I was very happy. That's the only investor I've seen who is ready to go in the interior, in the village, to assist the village people, especially in Bear.
Currently, 1 in 6 people lack access to clean water, and although this number is ever shrinking, the issue will not be solved overnight. It is through the focus on individual communities that progress is being made. The students of Cocoa Honors have learned the importance of social responsibility on a global scale, and that life lessons can emerge from the most unexpected of places. Lessons not only of how a community can impact an individual, but also the enormous impact a small group can have on a community 10,000 miles away.